No other current motorsport event in South Africa attracts as much attention and as big a variety of cars as the annual Jaguar Simola Hillclimb. Now in its 8th year, the Knysna-based event pits man and machine against a twisty and treacherous 1.9 kilometre course up Simola Hill, with entries carefully vetted and by invitation only. RPM TV has a tradition of participating in the Jaguar Simola Hillclimb, and for the past 3 years that participation has been in Alfa Romeo products, more specifically in the Alfa Romeo 4C. Our car this year is the 4C Spider. It's this identical car that we used last year, perfect for these kind of conditions, low weight, enough power, a carbon fibre tub, very stiff suspension. And as far as performance goes on the hill, really quick indeed, a car that surprises a lot of people. In fact, we think that the car is certainly quicker than the driver. Crowd pleasers included the loud and proud Mercedes AMG of Thuka Mechanicos and the tyre-smoking Castrol Jaguar XJR of Derek Dearlove. These monsters were only two of the 84 modified machines, race cars and road models contesting the 19 classes that make up the Hillclimb's King of the Hill contest. The event runs over 2 days, with the first day dominated by practice sessions, which allow the competitors to tweak their cars and finalize settings before the actual qualifying runs. As always, proceedings started with the clerk of the course, Sparky Bright, laying down the law at the driver briefing. Then it was all systems go as the competitors chased up Simola Hill in search of that elusive perfect setup and the cleanest line. Wayne Plitt's rare and rapid Lotus 211 looked quick off the starting line and even quicker up the hill, but he got caught out in the tight, snaking S's leading to the finish. The Hillclimb isn't just for modern cars. The Classic Conqueror event precedes the King of the Hill and attracts rare and classic cars from all over the country. Here's Mervyn Corbishley getting off to a brisk start in his MGA. One of the many eye-catching and priceless classics was this 1934 Aston Martin Ulster of Hannes Picard, which made its way up the hill quite sedately. A lot quicker and louder was the Lola T70 Mark IIIB of Clive Corder. But when it came to real speed and ear-splitting noise, nothing could touch the modified Nissan Skylines and GTRs, some of which were pushing out well in excess of 1,000 horsepower. Martin van Zumren's Skyline R34 certainly wasn't hanging around. The RPM TV 4C Spider was proudly flying the Alfa Romeo flag, setting some quick times in its class and keeping a brace of much more powerful all-wheel drive Ford Focus RS hatchbacks honest during the first day's qualifying. With 177 kilowatt propelling just 940 kilos of car, the Alfa felt agile and rapid through the Simola Hills twisties. Well, it's been a great first day in the Alfa Romeo 4C at the Jaguar Simola Hillclimb. We've gone through some qualifying sessions, and as things stand at the moment, this car's broken the 50-second barrier, which was really the objective we had when we came to the event. Sitting currently first in class for A1 standard vehicles with a time of 49.4 seconds. And certainly the car can go even quicker than that. The question is whether we'll be brave enough to try and make it go faster. We have a Focus RS right on our tail, and it'll be really good to try and maintain that very slight advantage we have at the moment. But of course, now going into final qualifying, the stopwatch will tell the true story. As it turns out, Superbike ace Chris Leeson found his mojo and took a second off the Alfa to post a low 48-second time and a well-deserved Class A1 win. Up front, the big guns were slogging it out for victory, with Wilhelm Bart's monster Nissan GTR hungry for an overall victory in the modified saloon cars category. The big Nissan was apparently some 300 kilograms lighter than last year. Another frontrunner was Franco Scribante, a former winner and one of the favourites in the single-seater and sports car category. Scribante's screaming Chevron V8 was a flyer throughout the weekend and was definitely in the running for victory. chasing Bart in the modified shootout was Desi Goodsight's imposing Nissan R32. The South Coast businessman is another former King of the Hill winner, and he pulled out all the stops, but just couldn't match Bart's pace. The fastest car of the day and winner of the single-seater and sports car category was Andre Bezuidenhout in the Ford Cosworth-powered Dallara Formula 1 car. He also became the first driver to break the 38-second mark. With Bezuidenhout taking top honours, Scribante had to settle for second, with Robert Wilk third in the Formula Renault. An emotional Bart pipped Goodsight to the post with a sub-40-second time, while another former winner, Anton Cronier, took third in his Subaru WRX.